Fans of Jessica Simpson were concerned about her appearance on a recent ad, and you're about to find out why. Welcome back, my body language buddies. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the body language guy. And before we begin, I'm going to invite you to join my locals community where I upload videos and tips and articles that I don't share anywhere else. You can join for free with the link in the description of this video. So her appearance on that ad is really short. In fact, it doesn't last more than 10 or 15 seconds. And it was enough to spark many reactions. Reactions like, "This makes my heart hurt, she looks so sick. Please tell me I'm not the only one that hears her voice being totally slow. Is she okay? And adorable room, ignore the haters." Now, I don't think there was anything wrong with her voice, as you can hear now.
Hey, I'm Jessica Simpson, and welcome to my daughter Birdie's room, her scheme, the adorable room of Birdie Mae Johnson.
Voice tone and voice quality sound fairly good. So what is the problem here? Why people think that she looks like ill or sick? And this is something that you can do when you are analyzing someone's facial expressions or body language. You want to spot any contradiction between parts of their body or even parts of their face. And for that matter, I think it will be much better if we check a couple photos from her Instagram account. This photo is straight from her Instagram timeline, and we can see two things. She is smiling. That's what we could call a smile, right? Besides whatever we could say about her lip fillers, I'm not gonna touch that subject because, well, everybody has the right to modify their faces in any way they can or want. But it's the expression of her eyes that I want to address. Okay, she's trying to smile. She's actually smiling with the corner of her lips. You can see that there is this going up to the sides and up of the corners of her lips. So she's smiling, right? But we don't see any pressure of the cheeks on her eyes, which is important to spot a genuine smile. When we see the cheeks that rise and compress the eyes, you see these lines, right beside the eyes, that's what makes a genuine smile. There's never a way to say that a person has had Botox, but this is the suggestion that I think there will be the reason why her expression is so unnatural. We have this other picture. It's pretty much the same. Everything, this is a much better picture, much more spontaneous. The mouth is playful. This is Jessica's classic personality, playful, happy, but we are missing that expression in her eyebrows. Her eyes look expressionless, emotionless, and then we have this separation between the expression of her mouth and the expression of her eyes. In fact, she made a video to answer to these concerns of people both saying if she was okay and people saying that, well, forget about the haters, but you can spot the limited range of motion of her eyebrows that do not really connect with that emotion that she's trying to convey with her body and, of course, with her voice. Also, you can notice that this video has a warm color palette that also conditions our perception of her. When we go to that ad video, we notice two things. There's a high contrast between light and dark tones, and the colors are washed away. So the general palette of the video is a bit lifeless. And that conditions our perception of the video and of her. And it doesn't help that the angle of the light casts strong shadows on her face at the same time. And you can see that her left eye right here is almost in shadows. So it also adds that appearance that something's not right. We detect that kind of contradictions between areas of the face, and we somehow say, hey, there's something wrong here, but I can't wrap my head around what exactly it is. And that's what happened in here. She wants to smile. In this exact frame, she wants to smile and is smiling with her mouth, but her eyes are not following that expression, are emotionless. That's why people are asking, why does she look like this? Now, as I mentioned earlier, there's no way to tell if a person has had Botox. But if you're thinking of having some of that, or you're thinking or you have applied that in the past, you need to know that there are effects in regards to your own emotions. How do you reflect those emotions? Of course, it's not just like you are impaired from projecting a genuine smile. It's that emotions have their origin in our brain. And from the brain, they go to our faces to be published, so to speak, to everyone. But at the same time, there's like a feedback system which sends that signal from the face to the brain to confirm that we projected that expression for everyone to see. So what's interesting is that our brain needs that feedback to confirm that the emotion effectively was felt. So if you have any kind of modification that limits the muscles of your face, how you express your emotions, how you express your feelings with your facial muscles, then you will not have that full feedback of that emotion. And in turn, it's like your brain is not going to have that closure of expressing your emotions, feeling your emotions. And this has long-term effects for your own mental health. And this has long-term effects for your mental health. At the same time, I can't help but notice that Jessica has this just a subtle tint of sadness in her eyes. It's not only that she's not moving her eyebrows that much, there's that limited range of movement, but there's a tint of sadness in her expression no matter what she's doing. And I think that is relevant and important to remember that she has had to deal with a lot of struggles in her life, including alcoholism. So going through those tough times can just alter someone's general facial expression. My general take on this is that she is doing just fine. She might be on her healing process still. But it's the production, the lighting, the contrast of the video which gives away those subtle signals that mislead into thinking that she's not alright, and of course that difference between the expression of her mouth and her eyes. So make sure when you are addressing someone's body language, if you are taking into account all the circumstances, the atmosphere, the lighting, everything, so you can reach a better conclusion about their emotions. That way you will be able to connect with anyone around you, which is our primary goal, don't you think? Remember to download my 100 body language tips right in the description of this video. Much love and bliss.